Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a Wall Pilates class which is focusing on the classical Pilates exercises but using a wall. So this is maybe great for anyone that can't get down on the mat, but equally to get lots and lots of feedback. Now, as always, I will audio describe everything for any blind or visually impaired people like myself so that you can easily follow along. Guide dog Archie's at the side. He might come and join us, but other than that, let's get ready to go. So, what I'm going to do is push my mat up against the wall. So let's move this one out of the way. That was covering the lovely plugs. So I'm going to push my mat right up against the wall so that I've got lots of grip. So just make sure you haven't got anything where you're going to slide and you feel nice and supported. So I'm going to have my feet a little further away from the wall, maybe a foot and a half, but I just want you to slide your feet away so they're nice and parallel, so that the back of your pelvis, your shoulder blades, and your lower back can pretty much be in contact with the wall. So if you're anything like me and you're quite rounded through the shoulders, this is going to be quite difficult. So just as best as you can, drawing down the rib cage so that you press that lower back towards the wall. And if maybe your head doesn't touch the wall or you feel that any parts are coming off, that's okay. Just over time, you'll start to find yourself finding that connection with the wall a little bit more. But as best as you can, really feeling that contact. Maybe like me, the wall's a little bit cooler and it feels quite nice on your arms, on your shoulders. And just take a moment to close your eyes and just notice how the body is feeling. Does it feel quite hard to press yourself into the wall? Does it feel quite natural to do that? What areas of your body are peeling away from the wall? What areas can you feel are tight and it's a little bit harder to keep that contact? Just breathe into it, starting to breathe a little wider, a little fuller into your rib cage without the back of your rib cage actually coming away from the wall. You're starting to pull your abdominals away from your clothing, feeling that lovely corset. Good, just soften the knees slightly so we're not locking them out. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our heels together and toes apart into our Pilates stance. And I really want you to feel those inner thighs squeezing together. Okay, we're going to drift the arms up and in front to about shoulder height, up towards the wall. They might go flat against the wall, they might not. And then press the arms back down. And as you do this, try to keep that contact of, like I said, the back of the rib cage, the pelvis, the shoulder blades. Maybe a pillow behind your head to keep you in place. Good, so we're going to go for our traditional 100 exercise, but obviously just changing it up with the wall. So when you're ready, float your arms so they're just hovered away from the wall and you're going to start pulsing. So we breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out, like you're pushing back towards the wall, but you're not actually touching it. And maybe close down your eyes again if they were blinked open and just start to feel that little breeze going through the arms. That power through the arms as the wrists don't go limp. And see if you can really draw those abs in. You should start to feel those abs working as you try to keep the contact of the wall. Shoulder blades on the wall, lower back, back of the rib cage and your pelvis. We're breathing in for 5. And we're breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep zipping those thighs together. Just a couple more rounds here. It's a lot harder than it seems. I can already feel, my muscles, deep core muscles working to keep me against the wall. Okay, let's go one more round here. Lovely. From there, sweep the arms all the way up. Maybe allow the lower back to come off the wall for a second and then press it back down. Let's keep the arms doing this, but we're going to take the legs to parallel and you might want to slide them a little further away. We'll lift the arms up above the head by the sides of your ears and then push the arms back, pressing the palms into the wall. And we go again, we lift the arms up and back down. This time, we're going to go into our double leg stretch. So As the arms straighten, you keep your legs where they are. As the arms come back to the wall, you're going to slide down the wall like you're hugging your knees into your chest like if you were on the mat. And then we slide back up as the arms lift. As the arms push down, you might even want to place your hands on your thighs. You're going to bend. And as you straighten the arms, the legs straighten as well. So this is just like our double leg stretch that we would do down on the mat, but we're doing it against the wall. So if you're finding it's okay to stretch the arms and bring them back in, you can do that, good coordination. Start to add the circle of the arms. So the arms stretch, they then circle down around against the wall to come in as you bend, and as you lift, they go back up. So the arms open out to the side, try to keep the contact of the wall as you slide down the wall into almost like you're sitting into a chair. Arms go up and in front and they go back above your head. Carry on with that as I speak. So you want to make sure that your knees are staying in line with your toes. They're not knocking in, they're not knocking out. You may also want to place like a pillow between them to keep them in line. Again, as the arms lift, you're trying to keep that contact of the rib cage, the back of the shoulders. I'm going to repeat myself, but the same contact of the wall. Your knees are not going over your toes, so you might need to shuffle the legs a little further. And let's just go a couple more times. Lift, lower. We're going to stay down in this little chair pose and we're just going to hold it. So back of the head, can you press your lower back into the wall, your shoulders, and place your hands just on the thighs as you sit into your invisible chair. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. So just like we do down on the mat in tabletop, we're not going to lift the leg just yet. We're going to keep it, well, we won't be doing it in this class, but we're going to see if we can lift one heel off of the mat and press it back down. Now, as we do this, we're not coming away from the wall. We really need to pull in as you lift and lower. Now, again, this is similar to what we would start to do on our back, where we're starting to lift and we come up into tabletop and come back down, but we're just using the wall. And of course, it's much harder when you're against the wall. See if you can start to take your toes off this time, so it's not just the heel, and place it back down. I'm going to stay with the heel raises because they feel good for me today. Good. One more time on the other side. You might be feeling the legs from that chair pose. And then when you're ready, straighten all the way out. Good. Shake the legs out for a moment. Take a moment just to roll the body out. Okay, let's do a nice spine stretch. This is really nice for getting lots of feedback from the wall. So again, have your feet about a foot or a foot away from the wall, nice and parallel. Allow the body to realign against the wall. Good. We're going to slowly fold our chin in like we're rounding over a tennis ball, and slowly start to peel down off of the wall, bone by bone. Can you get your lower back in contact with the wall as you start to roll up and over the legs? Let your arms hover away from the legs as you reach for your toes, pulling the abdominals back, feeling a stretch through the back of the legs. And then re-stack all the way back up. Send your tailbone against the wall. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Lift nice and tall. If you want to, you're going to hover the arms off in front, not letting them come away from, the shoulders come away from the wall until they're ready for the roll down. And you're reaching up and over the legs towards the feet. Imagine going up and over a big beach ball. Your tailbone slides up the wall, and then as you restack, the tailbone slides all the way down. Can you get your lower back in contact with the wall, your middle back, your upper back, your shoulders, arms reach back out in front to shoulder height. We go again, nod the chin, peel up and away from the wall. Feel that contact. My back starts to already peel away as I roll down because I'm really, really tight through my lower back. The blinder I've got, unfortunately, certain areas of your body start to become tight as you compensate. Let's go one more time. Pulling the abdominals in, going up and over. I completely come away from the wall too soon that time. Oh well. And then slowly restack. Coming all the way back up. Good, when you're ready, last one. Shuffle the feet to what feels good for you as you hug one leg into your chest. Let's go with the right leg. Finding that contact of the wall. Place that foot down, switch to the other leg. Place it down like our one leg stretch. And as you do this, you're trying to do it smoothly without shifting the weight and without losing that contact of the wall. So I feel like I'm really straining to get my head on the wall. So I'm like probably putting a really weird face and that, creating a lovely double chin. Just keep switching from right to left and really think about where you're placing the feet back down. If you can find complete stillness. If someone was only watching you from the hips up, they shouldn't see any movement at all. Good, let's go 4. And 3. Really hugging that knee into the chest as you ground your other foot down. Last one. And rest it down. When you're ready, stand tall, shake the legs out, maybe have a big stretch all the way up to the ceiling. And then breathe out. Let your arms relax. Let's take a moment just to take another deep breath in. And breathe out. Is Mr. Archie going to join us? Deep breath in. Breathing out. And you are done. So I hope you found that you got some nice feedback from the wall, something a little bit different. Maybe if you haven't got space to roll out a mat, this can be quite nice. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to put another Wall Pilates up on screen now so you can do more if you want to. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day and I will see you next time for another one. Take care. Bye.